And so the series that we're wrapping up right now is on the Nadi system, which are the energetic channels for prana in your system. So you can think about them as electrical wires. And while there are 72,000 of these in your body, we're not going to do a 72,000 week series on the nadis. One, I don't know what they are. Second, most of them are so minor, it's not worth mentioning. The three main ones that are talked about throughout most of the yogic scriptures are the ones that we're discussing in this series. And so the first week, 2 weeks ago, we spoke about an experience, Ida Nadi, which is the more lunar channel. It's more moon energy. So it's cooler, it's receptive, it's calming, it's grounding. And just so we know what we're talking about with lefts and rights, it's a channel that runs through all of the seven main chakras, or sorry, the first six main chakras. It doesn't go to the top. And it terminates at your left nostril. And then last week, we experienced Pingala Nadi, which is the solar channel. So it's more extroverting, more active, more heating in a heating body sort of sense. Luckily, we did that right before the heat wave hit, or else that would have been a really difficult class to teach and to do. And that one also helixes through all of the six first chakras, and it terminates at the right nostril. So we have left and we have right. So we focus on these two different energy channels of energy, the lunar side, the solar side. And what happens when we bring both of those into harmony or into balance, that it opens up the final channel, the third channel called Shushumna. And so sometimes we hear about Kundalini awakening or Kundalini rising. That's this term or phrase that's thrown around in yoga sometimes. This is what we're talking about. So when we get the Ida Nadi and the Pingala Nadi, or these electrical wires right in balance, there's nothing blocking them. It allows for the central channel to open up. And at that point, energy can rise through the channel and you can have great awakenings. And it's not always a moment of broad like enlightenment. Like I don't expect anybody to float away, though if you do, that's great. But what might happen is that you just feel a little more energized, or you might feel a little clearer in your mind. You might start to just be able to remember things a little bit better. And this, of course, would be more with a consistent practice, but you might even get that from tonight's practice. So where is this central channel? It is in the spine. Easy enough, right? And so it runs through the six main chakras. So the root chakra, the sex center, the navel center, heart, throat, and the third eye. The seventh center is the top of the head, and that's another class. And so the first two nadis have helixed through these chakras. They've cleared it all out. The central channel is now open, and the latent potential that's kind of resting at the base of the spine can then rise. And that's what we're going to do today. And so we're going to do some practices that feel like they are more lunar. We're going to do some practices that feel like they're more solar. The combination of the two is what we refer to as just fire in yoga. It's about transformation. It's about moving energy up. It has this like ascension type movement of energy to it. So you might get some of that tonight. And if all of that was like Latin to you, that's completely fine, because you're going to get a really nice energetic class tonight. And we're going to work with two different pranayamas or breathing techniques. The first one is the breath of fire, Kapalabhati. And the second one, which we'll do during our closing practice, is Pratyaloma, which is a little bit more I'll call it advanced, but it's really just some things better to do at the end of class. And that'll work with alternate nostril breathing, but we'll get there when we get there. All right, so let's go ahead and sit comfortably. Hello, everybody who's come in. Holly, Susan. I think I've hit everybody. All right, we're good. Sitting tall. Relax your shoulders down your back. Feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. Shoulders down the back. And take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And bring your awareness to the flow of breath in your nostrils. The flow of breath in the nasal passages. Maybe it feels cooler as you inhale, warmer as you exhale. I'd like you to notice if The airflow in one nostril is greater than the other. It's okay if they're not. We just want to know which one is more open and which one's more closed. And regardless of which one is more open or closed, I'd like you to imagine the breath moving evenly through both nostrils. It starts to become more of a subtle practice here. Regardless of what the physical body is capable of, we're sensing the breath moving equally through both nostrils. And expanding upon this more subtle practice, we'll work with the idea of light in your spine. So with your inhale, feel the breath move evenly through the nostrils as light, and then see it move down the spine to the tip of your tailbone. That's the top of your inhale. And as you exhale, see that light and breath move back up the spine to the center of the brain and then out of the nostrils again. So even flows of light moving through the nostrils. Inhale from the center of the brain down the spine to the tip of the tailbone. Then exhale that light moving back up the spine, the center of the brain, and then out of the nostrils. Again, inhale light through the nose, evenly through the spine, down to the base of the body. Exhale that light back up the spine, center of the brain, and out of the nostrils again. Please continue. See this light moving evenly through the nostrils, then down the spine from the center of the brain to the tip of the tailbone, and then light moving back up and out again. Just imagine that this even flow of light moving up and down the spine, in and out of the body, is just helping to clear anything in the spine that needs to be cleared. Maybe it feels like tension or stress, gunk, stickiness, dust. Just laying the groundwork for our intention tonight. A couple more breaths. And then with your exhale, release the visual and just be aware of your spine, and more acutely be aware of that wire-like structure, that energy channel moving through the center of your spine, Shushumna Nadi, the central channel, and see it like an electric light, like electric blue, like a bolt of lightning. That's what I'm trying to say. And as we chant Om 3 times, I want you to see this light expand from your spine into your body and into the space around you. As you're chanting, feel it expand outwards. So we'll chant Om 3 times. You can join me or just listen. Deep breath in to begin. Bring your palms to your heart and lower the chin, and honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. And go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And take the heated palms over your eyes. Brushing back over the top of your head, down your neck, bring yourself back to the room. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to stay seated for our first exercise. So I'll just have you switch the cross of your legs to the non-habitual cross. So if you normally cross your legs, just come to the uncomfortable way of doing that. That's how you know you're doing it right. And we'll practice Kapalabhati, or the breath of fire. And so for those of you who haven't practiced this much, it is a quick exhale from the abdomen, which allows the inhale to be passive or effortless. And so an analogy that's often used is blowing out a candle. If you had a candle in front of you, just sharp exhale. The inhale you don't even think about. The breath itself is actually done through the nose though, but it's the same physical movement. So it's, and we'll go at a kind of steady pace like that, especially if you're new to it. And we'll go for about 45 seconds, all right? And don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of other times to practice it tonight. So if you feel like you want more after this first round, more is coming. So go ahead and sit tall. And before you begin, just touch into the breath at your abdomen, because this Kapalabhati, this breath of fire, happens from the movement of your belly. If you try to do it from the chest, you'll start to get lightheaded. So keep it in the belly, all right? So go ahead and take a deep breath in and we'll begin. Deep breath in. Hold the breath in. 3, 2, 1. Exhale softly through the nose. Maybe you feel a clearing in the mind or a heat building in the abdomen, something else. And then allowing your awareness to come on back. So if you've practiced Kapalabhati with me before, a lot of the times we hold the breath in a lot at the end of it. We're not going to be doing that today because of the fires here in California. It's not good to hold the breath in when the air is toxic. Just a good rule to live by. All right, so we're going to stay seated again for this next practice. If you need to stretch your legs out and adjust, go ahead and do so. And I'm even still sitting on my props. I'm sitting on a couple of blankets. If you need that support, bring it to you now. And we'll do a movement that is slower at first, but as you pick up the pace, or as you get used to it, you'll pick up the pace. All right, so just watch me do a round or two first. I'm gonna have my hands on my knees, my arms straight. With an inhale, I'm gonna lift my heart, pull it forward and look up. The throat is opening. And with the exhale, I'm gonna round back, shrug the shoulders forward and tuck my chin down. And then I'll inhale and look forward, lift the heart, and exhale round. And so we're just going to go forward and back like this until we get into our bodies. And after a while, we're going to pick up the pace as much as you can. All right. So if you haven't started already, go ahead and inhale, draw the heart forward, look up, then exhale, round the back. Inhale, rounding forward, look up, exhale, rounding back. Continuing on your breath and breathing through the nostrils if you can. Just flexing the spine, getting it nice and warmed up, and helping to burn away any impurities in the spine that might be blocking that central channel. Now you can keep going at this pace if you're feeling really good here, but if you'd like to, you can go a little bit quicker. Building some heat, some vitality in the spine. If you want to, you can go even faster. Start to slow it down. Slowing it down. Stillness, tall spine. Feel sensation, tune inward. What's happening in here? Spine. You might feel some tingling in on the surfaces of your skin. That sensation of the mind clearing, a light building in the mind might be greater. Same with energy building at the navel center. Take a deep breath in and out. And then bring your awareness back. Okay. Go ahead and come to your habitual cross. We're almost done with this seated stuff, I promise. This work is best to be done in a seat as much as you can, All right, so we're going to do another quicker movement. And again, we'll start off slow so you can get it into your body. And then you can pick up the pace as you feel comfortable. And I'll kind of guide you on that, but only go as quickly or as far as your body is asking you to tonight. So for this one, take the hands on top of your shoulders, the forefingers in front, the thumb behind. And for this one, you're going to inhale and turn to your right, and then exhale, turn to your left. And then inhale, turn to your right, then exhale, turn to your left. And just keep going. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. And the twisting here, of course, the shoulders are going back, but think about the navel pulling into the body and to the left as you exhale. So again, it's inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left. And you're looking behind you as you twist. Now again, you can keep going at this rate if you're feeling really good here. If you're vibing, keep going. But if you want to pick up the pace, you can, but still it's inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left. Try to keep your hips grounded. I know they're going to want to move around a bit, but try to root down. Again, if you want to go faster, you can. If you start to feel dizzy, slow down. Start to slow it down. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Coming back to center. And relax the arms down, feel sensation. Energy in the spine, energy in the muscles around your spine. A little bit of work for the arms there. You might notice something in your shoulders. That light in the brain, again, might be more pronounced. Energy at the navel as well. Maybe a clearing in the nostrils. Deep breath in and out. Okay. So for our final practice, sitting like this, and again, you can extend your legs forward if you really need to. And we're going to practice Kapalabhati one more time, the breath of fire that we did at the beginning. And we're going to go for about 2 minutes, okay? So I want you to pace yourself. Don't go too quickly. It's better that you find a pace that you can maintain the whole time than go really quickly for a while, then slow the way down. Now, of course, if you need to stop at any point to take a bigger breath or whatever you need to do, go ahead and do so and just rejoin when it feels appropriate for you. I'm going to set a timer for this one. I have an iPad in front of me. That's what I keep looking down at. So again, this breath happens from the navel. Go at your own pace. All right, sitting tall. Take a deep breath in to begin. One more minute. Take a deep breath in. Hold for just a little bit. 2, 1, exhale completely. Breathe normally and feel. Good. Taking a deeper, fuller breath, please. Go ahead and allow the eyes to open, coming back. Whew. Good job. All right, now we can move away from the seat. You move your props off to the side, and we're going to come on to our backs for this next series of exercises. If you need a drink of water, take one. And the Kapalabhati is called a Shat Kriya, so it's a cleansing technique. So if you need to get a tissue, get a tissue. All right. Reclining down when you're ready, just maybe stretch the legs toward the ceiling a little bit, maybe roll the ankles around, maybe kick the legs a bit, just counterposing from sitting, whatever you feel like you need to do. Good. And when you feel satiated with that process, go ahead and bring the feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip distance apart, prepping for bridge pose. We'll start with the arms. We'll add the hips in just a moment. With your next inhale, lift your arms all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Exhale, release your arms back down to your side. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms lower. One more time. Exhale, lowering the arms. With your next inhale, lift the arms overhead again and pick up your hips. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling, bridge pose. Exhale, release down. Inhale again, lifting into bridge. Exhale, releasing down. Let's do a few more, all right? Inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. Let's hold this time. Inhale, come into bridge. Pelvis reaching toward the ceiling, arms overhead. And feel some of the back then coming up into your upper back. So your heart is bowing toward your chin. Soften your throat. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips and arms back down and hug your knees into your chest. Good. With your knees drawn in towards your chest, holding on to the shins, take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl your chin in toward your throat. Bring your forehead up toward your knees. Shoulders lift. Stay up for the inhale. And exhale, release the head and shoulders back down. Keep holding onto the knees. Again, exhale, chin to throat, forehead lifts. Stay up for the inhale. And exhale, release down. Stay down for the inhale. Let's do a couple more. Exhale, curling up. Shoulders lift. Stay up for the inhale. Exhale, curling down. Stay down for the inhale. One more time. Exhale, curl up. Stay up. And exhale, curl down. All right, going a little bit further this time. Curl your chin in towards your throat. Bring the forehead up toward the knees, shoulders lift. Extend the arms forward and extend the legs forward about 45 degrees, coming into low boat. And let's breathe. 2 and 1. Knees to chest, relax on down. Deep breath in and out. And deep breath in. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Lift the shoulders, extend the legs. Take a deep breath in and exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, and then switch legs. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Keep the shoulders lifting. Switch, switch, switch. Breathe. Really pull up the shoulders as much as you can. 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees and relax down. Take a deep breath in, exhale, sigh it out. We're gonna do just one more, just one more exercise of boat pose. You may or may not like it. I know some of you will like it. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl the chin in toward the throat. Curling up, extend the arms, extend the legs. Take a deep breath in. Kapalabhati, breath of fire. 3, 2, and 1. Hug them in, relax down. Deep breath in, sigh it out. Some of you were like, I didn't know we could do Kapalabhati in boat pose. Yeah, you can do it in almost any pose. Another deep breath, please. And then go ahead and please take the feet flat to the floor again, heels underneath your knees, prepping for bridge pose because we're going to do bridge pose again. Inhale, go ahead and lift the hips. Keep your arms down by your side this time. Now, as we're holding the posture, again, you want to feel the heart bow towards your chin. So there's a back bend happening in the upper back. You're not taking it all into your low back here. Soften your throat, soften your jaw, space behind your eyes. Almost there, just a couple more breaths. Press up a little bit higher. Deep breath in and exhale, release on down. Good. Just take a moment here on your back. Just feel sensation. Okay, deeper breath. And then carefully roll to your right side. And we'll come on up to hands and knees. Table pose. I'm already sweating. Still a little bit warm, even though we're not in the heat wave anymore. All right, so bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Go ahead and look forward, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and walk this down dog out. Press a heel to the floor, bend the opposite knee, feeling length in the spine, length in the legs. Taking some deep breaths here. And perhaps you want to stay and extend one leg for a moment, for a few breaths. And if you do that on one side, make sure to do it on the other side, of course. It's all about balance. Okay, inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Take a breath. Good. Then inhale back up. Exhale, downward facing dog, and we'll begin to build our way into what's called Dandakriya. And it's a flow you probably know already, but we'll walk through the stages. Inhale into plank pose. With your exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist and plank yourself 1 inch from the floor, or chaturanga. And then press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, come onto the tops of the feet, knees are off the ground, upward facing dog, and then feel a tug behind your navel that pulls you back into downward facing dog. So that entire flow is called Dandakriya. So again, inhale, plank pose. Bend the elbows in towards your waist, not out to the side. Come down 1 inch from the floor. Then press the arms straight. Take the shoulders back. Up dog. Then exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Let's do a few more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. One more for now, all right? Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Good. Go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into Uttanasana, the standing forward fold. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. Inhale, extend the spine forward. Exhale, fold. 2 more times, halfway up. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back, come all the way up to standing, and palms to your heart. Good, just feeling sensation here. Always calling back to the body. You know, it's nice to like move quickly between postures, but it's always good to like ground in and see what's actually going on in there. All right, let's do some arm swings. This is the 3-part inhale through the nose with 1 powerful exhale out of your mouth with the movement. And so the movement tonight will be, you'll have your feet stacking underneath your hips. I'll turn sideways for this one. So feet stacking underneath the hips, and it's a 3-part inhale through the nose, powerful exhale to the mouth. It'll be inhale, arms up, inhale, arms back, inhale, arms up, and then exhale, bend the knees, drop the body down, sweep the arms behind you to inhale, come up for the next round. So it looks like this. Inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. And we're gonna go for 2 minutes. So find your pace that you can maintain and try to have fun with it, all right? Okay, when you're ready, inhale, 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 exhale, inhale, 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 exhale. Good, powerful exhale out of your mouth, clear the respiratory system. It's almost like a wheeze, which is great to do. This is such a good one to do when there's like these forest fires going on, just because it cleans out the lungs. It gets rid of all that toxic air that, even if you have an air filter inside, you somehow get into your body. Just this helps to get rid of all of it. Again, it's a 3-part inhale through the nose. Feel the full rotation of your shoulder joints, up, and back. You're about halfway done. If you need to slow it down, that's fine. If we keep moving though, we start to reset your nervous system, take you out of your sympathetic state, your fight or flight response. We ground you into your parasympathetic state, that calming, centered response of your autonomic nervous system. Twenty more seconds, you're getting closer. 3, 2, last one, back up to standing, and feel sensation. Breath rate, your heart rate. Deep breaths. You might even sense this energy rising in your body, like heat. Deep breath in and out. And bring your awareness back. All right, good. We're doing a lot of more like quick moving energetic stuff tonight, like these Kundalini practices. All great stuff for helping to balance Ida and Pingala nadis to allow this Shushumna, this central channel, to open so our Kundalini can awaken, because that's what we're in it for, right? All right. Let's do some twisting. So I'm going to have you take a wide stance on your yoga mat. And for this, I'm going to have you have your toes point directly forward, not out to the side. If anything, they're slightly pigeon toeing, they're turning inward a little bit. And this will give you more access to your hamstrings and to your lower back, okay? So go ahead and sweep the arms overhead, inhale. And exhale, hinge at the hips and swan dive, fold forward over the legs. Let's stay for about 3 breaths. Relax your head, drop the chin toward your throat, and allow the arms and shoulders to be heavy. Good. All right. With your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. Reaching up, inhale. Exhale, palms to your heart. Watch me do this once or twice before you join me, all right? We're going to do some fun twisting here. So you'll have your arms out to the side. And with an exhale, you're going to bend the knee you're heading towards. And you're going to go ahead and bring the opposite hand down in front of the foot and rotate the top shoulder back. And then inhale, you'll come all the way back up. Okay? So we're going to go at our own pace. If you need to do it in more than one breath, you can definitely do that. Sometimes I'm giving you breathing instructions, and it might be hard to keep up. At the end of the day, just make sure you're breathing. So yeah, we're going to go from side to side a few times, and then I'm going to add another element that we'll get to in just a moment. So take the arms out, inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring your right hand down to the floor, and roll your left shoulder back. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, bend your right knee, bring your left hand down in front of the right foot, roll the right shoulder back. Inhale, come all the way back up. Again, exhale, bend the left knee, bring the right hand down, twist. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the left hand down, twist. Inhale, back up. First side, left knee, right hand. Inhale up. Good. Right knee, left hand. And inhale, come all the way up and relax the arms. All right, the element that we're going to add to this is chanting, if you want to. And so just a reminder, I don't mean this to be condescending. You can only chant when you exhale. So many times in yoga when I'm doing flows and my teacher asks me to chant, I try to chant on inhale and it just doesn't work. So just remember that we're only chanting as we exhale. And the chant that we'll do is simple. It's Om. It's Om. We've done this one already tonight. So we'll just do one long Om as we're going into the side. Then we'll inhale, come up, and then we'll chant Om as we go to the other side. And we'll do 3 rounds total. So 3 times on each side. Good, trying to stay hydrated. Take the arms out to the side, take a deep breath in. So move, chanting as you move. Inhale all the way back up. Second side. Inhale all the way back up. First side. Inhale. Inhale one more time on each side. Back up, inhale. Inhale, back up. And exhale, release the arms. The chanting has almost a soothing quality to it. Where we've been moving and being kind of more frenetic with our earlier practices, the chanting is helping to ground all that energy a bit so that we don't just spin off into space once Kundalini awakens. But let's go ahead and do a sun salutation next. So go ahead and step to the top of your mat, whichever direction that is for you. And we'll work with Warrior One, and we'll add back in Danda Kriya, that flow that we did earlier. So standing tall, the top of your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart, palms to your heart. Take a deep breath in and out. And with your next inhale, sweep your arms down, back, and up. With your exhale, bend both knees, sweep the arms behind you, chair prep. Keep the knees bent as you lift the arms up into chair pose. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, reaching up. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, release, fold down and step your right foot way back. Take the back foot flat to the floor, right toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. Bend the front knee. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, coming into warrior one. Good. With your next inhale, straighten the left leg. Think about hinging at the hips. Lead with the heart as you fold over the left leg. Folding down. Stay for the inhale. Then exhale, carefully step back to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. You know this next part. This is down to Kriya. Exhale, chaturanga, 1 inch from the floor. Press the arms straight, take the shoulders back, upward dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Good. In down dog, lift your right leg high into the air. Exhale, swing or carry step the right foot forward, help it along. And then turn the back foot flat to the floor, again about 45 degrees. Bend the front knee. Inhale, come on up for Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over the right leg. Stay for the inhale. Then exhale, step the back foot forward, coming into Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Palms to shins, come halfway up here, inhale. And exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back, come all the way up. And exhale, palms to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep, sweep the arms behind you. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up, chair pose. Good, straighten the legs, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, forward and down, palms to shins. Exhale, release. This time, step the left foot back. Back foot flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. Front knee bending, warrior 1. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, fold over the leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts into the air this time. Exhale, carry or swing step that foot forward. Back foot flat to the floor. Warrior 1. When you're ready, come on up. Staying for the exhale. Then inhale, straighten the left leg and fold over it. Deep breath in. And exhale, step the right foot forward. Palms to shins with your next inhale. Flatten the back. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side. Inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose. Lift on inhale. Fold on exhale. Halfway up. And down, step your right foot back. Back foot flat and front knee bending, warrior 1. Lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Danda Kriya on your own. Good. Once you've returned to down dog, lift the right leg and step it on through. Back foot flat to the floor, warrior 1, come on up. Straighten the leg, fold over it. Deep breath and step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Take an adjusting breath. We are going to do one more round, but we're going to chant again. And again, you can only chant on exhale. And the chant again is Om. So as we're moving through the flow, each time we exhale, as we're moving, we will be chanting as best we can. All right? So standing tall. And try to chant for the whole movement if you can. So inhale, sweep the arms down, back and up. We'll go into chair prep. Om. Inhale, chair pose. Stay in Om. Om. Inhale, straighten the legs. Fold. Om. Palms to shins, halfway up. Fold. Om. Step the left foot back. Take the back foot flat to the floor. Bend the front knee. Inhale, warrior one. Stay in Om. Om. Inhale, straighten the leg. Folding over it. Om. Stay for the inhale. Downward facing dog, Om. Om. Moving through Danda Kriya, plank pose. Chaturanga. Om. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Om. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step it forward, Om. Om. Back foot flat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Warrior one. Stand Om. Om. Inhale, straighten the leg. Fold over it. Om. Deep breath in. Step the foot forward. Om. Om. Palms to shins. Fold. Om. Sweep the arms out to the side. Come all the way up. Om to the heart. Om. Just feel. Just be present with whatever is there. Whatever is here. Deep breath in. Exhale, just fold forward. Maybe hearing the echoing of Om in your head. Stepping back to downward facing dog. Gently floating to hands and knees. Release the feet. Balasana, child's pose. And just again, be with sensation as your body contracts here in this posture, coming more into a singular point in child's pose. Good, and take a deeper, fuller breath. And roll yourself up to a seat and look forward for just a few moments. I'll demonstrate the next exercise that we will do, or try to do. All right, so you've been doing really great tonight. Not everything that we've done has been the easiest, so props to you for doing as much as you could. This next exercise is an inversion. It's half shoulder stand or Viparita Karani, and there's a couple of options for you for it. First, if you just have no desire to go upside down, just don't. What you could do instead is you could do legs up the wall. So you could just go to a wall nearby you and put your legs up it. And you'll actually still get quite a few of the effects just from doing that. Um, if you have props at home, like a block, you can do this in a supported way. And if not, you will do what I'll show you. And if you don't do any of those, just lay down and you'll be fine. So I'll show you the version with a block and the one if you don't have one or if you don't use a block for this. So I'll come into bridge prep. This is why we did so much bridge pose earlier. So this first version is without the block. And I'll have my arms out on my side, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to bend my elbows so my fingertips point toward the ceiling. The closer your elbows are toward your side, the more stable you'll be when you come into the pose. So I'm going to lift into bridge pose. And then I'm going to walk onto my tippy toes, or the balls of my feet, and so I can grab hold of my waistband, that region of the body. And I'm going to hike the knees in toward my chest. And before I go any further, I'll turn my wrists around so I'm cupping the hips. You can keep the knees here if you'd like to, but full version of this posture is to have the toes in line with the eyes. So not far overhead, and we're also not in full shoulder stand. The weight of the body is still held in the hands here, and we'll hang out for a bit. Coming down with as much grace as you can. Now, if you're using a block, you can have it at any height you want to, but probably height 2 is good. So there's the flat side, there's second side, and then there's the really tall side. So flat side, or the second height is probably best. And if you're using this, you'll just, in bridge pose, slide it underneath your sacrum. So the top of the block is at your waistband. And then you'll shift it around again. And then you'll bring the knees and you'll just do legs up like this. Okay? So pick which version you want to do. Some of you are probably already in the one you want. Again, you can do legs up the wall if none of that is really flying for you. Good. And do your best here. There's many different levels of practitioners in our virtual space today. Go only as far as you feel like you can. And it's fine to go wherever you can go. It's better to do your practice, imperfectly than to try to do somebody else's perfectly. If you are in the full version, just a reminder the toes are in line with the eyes, not far overhead. And the weight of the body, again, is still resting in the hands, the hips resting in the hands. And you can just imagine that Kundalini energy, that latent potential that rests at the base of the body is rising through the spine. So kind of tipping from the pelvis into the tailbone, through the vertebrae and chakras, to the throat, to the center of the brain, and out through the crown of the head. Staying for just a little longer if you can. All right. So coming down, you'll bring your knees into your chest, and with as much grace as you can muster, releasing down onto your hips. And before you make any adjustments or counter poses, just feel sensation. Feel sensation. Don't turn away from it. Don't try to fix it. Just be with it. Taking a deeper, fuller breath. Please, you can keep your body in the same orientation it's in now, but please roll over onto your belly. So rolling and scooching back onto your mat. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows bent. Good. And we'll play around with Ardha Shalabhasana, or half locust pose. So feeling the pelvis ground into the floor. With your next inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, lift the head, chest, and the legs. And exhale, release down. Let's do that again. Inhale, head, chest, and legs. Exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Squeeze up as high as you can this time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So I can understand if it's kind of far from where you want to be right now, but take your time and come back into downward dog. You can plank up, you can do hands and knees to down dog, but just find your way there for a moment. Feeling length in your spine. Deep breaths, please. Good. Then floating down onto hands and knees. And for a less graceful transition, come back onto your back. Flipping back over. And hug your knees into your chest. Take your time getting there. It might feel good to rock gently from side to side on your spine, massaging those muscles into the floor. Might have a soothing effect to it in your nervous system. Good, all right. So when you feel complete here, please go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor. Have your heels about mat width apart, your arms resting out to your sides, palms face up, tailbone tucking under slightly, your jaw soft, teeth unclenched, and relax your eyes as well. And bring your awareness to your spine, the skeletal structure from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the center of your brain. And sense or picture that fine electrical wire running through the central portion of your spine, that central channel of energy, Shushumna, Nadi. And as you're aware of it, you just might sense an ascending electrical current from the base of the body flowing up through that channel and out through the crown of the head. See it flowing effortlessly, unhindered, unblocked, completely balanced, and steady. peace, peace, peace. Take a deeper, fuller breath, please. And send some energy to your hands and feet, your arms and legs, bringing them back, gentle movements. And take your time as you roll to your right side from here. And take your time again as you come to a tall, comfortable seat. If you're still making your way to a seat, continue to move at your own pace. Once you're here, feel the spine, but by now you know what I mean. When I say spine, I mean be aware of that central channel, the center of the spine. Again, that fine like electrical wire, allowing consciousness to rise. It's like a subtle form of your central nervous system, because there actually is electricity running through the spine for the nervous system. It's a little bit finer than that. Feel energy in that channel just ascending, unhindered, through the crown of the head. And as we're aware of that quality as best as we can, we'll practice a breathing technique or pranayama called pratyaloma. And it's a version of alternate nostril breathing. And so you'll bring your right hand into Vishnu Mudra. So if you had your right hand up, you'd bend in the pointer finger and the middle finger. So the thumb and the little fingers are still exposed. When the time comes, you'll use the little fingers to block your left nostril. And when the time comes, you'll use the thumb to block your right nostril. Okay, so go ahead and bring your Vishnu Mudra, your right hand up to your face, and go ahead and block the right nostril and inhale through your left nostril. Inhale left. Release the right nostril, exhale through both nostrils simultaneously. Inhale through both nostrils. Block the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right nostril. Open the left, exhale both. In both. Block the right nostril, exhale left. Again, inhale left. Unblock the right, exhale both. In both. Out right. In right. Out both. In both. Out left. In left. Out both. In both. Out right. In right. Out both. In both. and out left, in left, out both, in both, and out right, in right, out both, in both, and out left. We're gonna do one more full round. In left, out both, in both, and out right, in right, out both, in both, out left. Release the hand. Breathe through both nostrils evenly, simultaneously. Feeling your energy in your body having come into a state of equanimity, a state of balance. Feeling that ascending rise of energy through the central channel, through Shushumna, Nadi. Your system more prepared than ever to feel a sense of enlightenment, whatever that means. It might be an enlightenment of mood, of thought, of spirit, of body, but you're now open for that experience, however it may manifest. No attachment that it has to. So taking a deeper, fuller breath, bring your palms together at the heart, and bow the chin, honoring that ascending channel of energy, Shushumna Nadi. And may all of your work here tonight and this practice keep you in that endeavor. So until next time, namaste.